Hello everyone. Okay, it's our lesson 7. But before I start the lesson for today, I want to say I'm sorry because it's been a long time I haven't made a video about Kurdish, learning Kurdish language. And I also want to ask an apology that I cannot follow my plans. In the last video, I said that I'm going to make a lesson about the Kurdish alphabet, like the alphabet that's the script that we are going to use about the Kurdish Latin, and I will make lessons about grammar. But I want to say I'm really sorry about that because I have a lot of exams and about university and stuff, so I really cannot follow my plans. But I promise I will try that every week I can make a lesson. I will make a lesson, but I will try. But I don't put schedule for myself because I already have a really crazy schedule. So like I will do what will be like convenient for me. So yeah, so this lesson was requested by a person from Italy. She wanted me to make a lesson about the family vocabulary or relatives. How can you call them? How can you the vocabulary, about family members. So yeah, so basically she requested me a video in the comments. So if you have an idea or suggestion or complaint or a question, and you wish or you want a specific lesson or you have a request for a video about a Kurdish language lesson, feel free to leave me a comment on the video, and please like, share, and watch the video again and again if you like and if you want to learn a Kurdish language, and I will try to help as much as I can. So let's start. So basically we will go through the family vocabulary. We will talk about what is grandfather, what is grandmother, how can you call them. We have many words, we have many different ways, but I will try to specify them. I will try to make them easy, and so let's get through it. Before, I want to give you some vocabularies about family. First of all, in Kurdish, if you want to say family, we have a Kurdish word, khezan. We have khezan, khezan. This A is long, so khezan. Basically, khezan means family, but it also can mean something else, like it also can mean wife. But generally, the primary meaning for this word is family. This is really used, this is widely used, and from the books you're gonna see this word. If you read a Kurdish book, you will see this word used for khezan. This is a Kurdish word. But if you wanted, some people, they use an Arabic word, which is, we say a'ila, a'ila. The first letter is a, the third one is I. It's, so a'ila, a'ila. And this a is, it's, how can you say, it's long, okay? It's long vowel. So both are widely used, but this one is Arabic word, just let you know. This one is an Arabic word. But khezan is Kurdish and it's also used, okay? And even so, that when someone say, oh, she's my wife, a guy say she's my wife, they would say, oh, khezan means she is, or that person is my wife. So they also use khezan for a wife as well. Marriage, basically marriage means havsergiri, havsergiri. This is a long vowel. Havsergiri means marriage. Well, how can you say I'm single? Well, between the young people nowadays, the single is used. It's borrowed from English. Single is used. I can say, oh, I am single. Min singleum means I am a single. You also can say bejin. This is used for men, like bejin, be means without, jin means woman, but all jin is also used for wife. but it's mostly used for wife. Okay, mostly used for wife. For women, there is another word called afret. You know, let me write. Afret is used for women. Jin is also used for women. Is also used for wife. So bejin means without wife. So you say, oh, this guy don't have wife. So you will say, oh, piawa means this man doesn't have wife. Jni nia. You also can say that. Jni nia means doesn't have. But if you say oh, piawa be jina, oh, piawa, let me write. Oh, piawa be jina means this guy is without wife. Bemerd, this is for girls. Like merd means basically merd means husband. So you say this girl is without husband. But I think this is it sounds like informal. So if you wanted to be more formal and more Kurdish, you would say Hawsergiri nekerdua. It's used for both male and female. Means he doesn't he doesn't marry it. Okay, he haven't married yet. You can say that. I think this is better if you use it with someone that but this is for the third person. So if you wanted to use for yourself, I'll write it down. You have to say how sergirim nekerdua. So basically you add this meme. Okay, this belongs to men. Okay, if you wish to know about pronouns, I have a lesson about Kurdish pronouns. You can go back. So men how sergirim nekerdua. This meme. This M goes back to min, but you have to add this ending. Okay, you have to add it. But even if you omit the pronoun, that's okay. It still means I am. So basically, this means me. All right. Jni nehena means he didn't marry still. Shui nekerdua means she didn't marry. So this is for women. This is for men. Let's go to another one. Married, if you say someone is married, like he is married or she is married, you're gonna use this. Okay, it's for both. How sergiri kurdua means he is or she is married. Basically, this sentence actually it's oh how sergiri kurdua, but because we have an ending e, we don't need the subject. You also can add you also can add the pronoun or not, but this is subject. Okay. But you also can add this, you also can add the pronoun. If you wish to know more about Kurdish pronouns, you can go back to the lesson I made. But I didn't make a lesson about endings. I'll talk about endings in another video. These are jninehena. This is for men. Shui nakerdua. This is for women. Wife. Well, there are different ways to say wife. Hauser means wife. It also means husband. So hauser is used for both. Then we have khezan. Khezan it means family, but actually you also can use it for wife. When you say she is my wife, you say oh khezan ma. But you never can use this for men. And jin means jin actually a synonym of afrad, which means woman, but it's also widely used as for wife. So sometimes when a man calls his wife, they say jnaka. Jin naka. Basically, aka is it's equivalent to the. In one of the lessons I talked about it, means the. So jnaka means the woman, but actually he calls her his wife. So jnaka means you call her. You want to tell her something or something like that. Husband is hawsar, and merd we already know from here. Piao, you also can use piao. Piao means man, but when a woman wants to call her husband, she can just say piawaka. Just add aka. Aka is, as I said, it's equivalent to the. It is to identify something. So piawaka means she calls her husband for something. Maybe she wants to tell her something or etc. Then let's go to another slide. So grandparent, Actually, I think in Kurdish we don't have a word like grandparent, but we say dapiro, bapira, dapira, dapiro, bapira. This is long a, and this one is short. Okay, so basically, dapiro, bapira means grandparent. This means aunt. Dapira means grandmother. Bapira means grandfather. If you put them like this and put you can say grandparents, or basically you can say grandfather and grandmother. Okay, this is how you say grandparent, grandfather and grandmother. Grandfather, you can say bapira. You also, when you call your grandfather, you can say bapira. But you also can say Baba Goda. Baba Goda, basically Baba means father, and when you call your father, you say Baba. And Goda means it's adjective, it means big. So Baba Goda means older father. So I used to call my grandfather from my father's side, Baba Goda means my elder father, and he passed away. Yeah, but I called him Baba Goda when I was a kid. Grandmother, basically grandmother, you can call her Dapira, Dapira. You can call her like this. You can call her Nana. But actually, both of my grandmother, I never called them Dapira or Nana. Okay, I will tell you why. Okay, then we have grandchildren. Basically, grandchildren means Noah. Noah. This is both of the are short vowel. Noah means it also can mean generation. Okay, Noah means generation as well, but it also can mean grandchildren, both girl and daughter. So there's no grandson, there's no granddaughter. In Kurdish you just can't say Noah. And a note, there are other phrases, and okay, there are other, in different families they use different words. For example, in my family, I call my grandmother from my father, I call her name, then I add Khan. Khan, basically, it's a polite form when you call a woman. Khan, it's a polite form when you call a woman, you add to the end of the woman, and you make a name. For example, if someone called Bafrin, okay, if someone called Bafrin, if I want to be friendly, I say Bafrin Khan. Okay, this is for a stranger or for someone you know, but it's older than you. She is older than you. So I call my grandmother like this. So in different families, they can also use different nicknames to make the name of their grandparents more cute or something like that. So yeah. Also, it's also applied to grandfather as well. So different families can have different words and phrases to use. Okay, let's go to another slide. Okay, we have parent. Parent, actually, you can say daikubauk, or you can say daeobaba. Daikubauk is formal. This is kind of informal. Okay, kind of informal. Okay, so let's see. Basically, it means parent. It means mother and father. Mother is daik, or you can say daya, or you can say daika. But let me explain why these different forms. Daik, basically, it's noun. So when you call your mother, you never say daik. You never say that. Daik means mother, and it's noun. For example, if I say, give me the definition of daik, okay? But when you call your mother, you never call them daik. Just like in English, you don't call, if you call your mother, it's going to be a little bit weird and unnatural. So basically, it's like this in Kurdish. You don't call them daik, but daik is used as noun when you say, oh, define daik, or daik is, for example, if you say daik is an important creature, you say daik bunawareki gringa, daik bunawareki gringa. Okay, so like this. But if I wanted to call my mother, I call my mother Daya. Okay, I call my mother Daya. But sometimes to make it more like not polite, but if you make it more cute, you say Daya Gyan. Okay, Gyan basically means soul or spirit. But when you add to end of the name, it creates a nice way to call someone. So Dayan means, basically means mama, basically means mom soul. When you call her mom soul, or mom my soul, something like that, okay? Daika, if you take word daik and put this short vowel at the end, a, it also can work as daya. So you say daya, daika, daika, daika. You also can say daika gyan. You also can add this gyan at the end. It will make it really more nice sentence. So if you call your mother, call your daika, or call your daik, put this gyan at the end. It's really nice. Then we have father. Father is bawuk, bawuk, bawuk. But you never call your father like this, just like daik, the symbol applied here. So you can say baba, okay, baba. I call my father baba, and I usually add gyan at the end as well. You also can say bauka. In some accents, like Slemani, they say bawa. For mother, also there's a lot of ways. In some Kurdish accent, they say ama. In old Sumerians, in ancient Sumerian, they also use ama. I heard another accent in Howler. They call it oda. So there are different ways to call your father or your mother. Okay, let's go. Children. Okay, basically, if you want to say children, you say mandalakan. Mandalakan, it's plural. But if you put akan away, it will be mandal, means child. This is standard way to say, but in Slemani we say we eat, okay? But actually we omit these sounds mostly, and we say manalakan, okay? I don't know, it makes it easier to say, so we omit these sounds in most of the cases. For example, if I say I do, in Kurdish you say dakam. This is the standard one, or when you write on the book. But if you say it in Slemani accent, you say akam. So da is changed to a. It is what it is. Okay, so basically child, as I said, means mandal. Child, or a child, means mandal, or manal in Slemani accent. Baby means korpa. Korpa, basically when your child is very, very young, like maybe not 1 year old, like maybe he is or she is like 5 months or something, it's called korpa. And also when it's in mother's belly, it's still korpa. Okay, I forgot the example for mandal. So mandala bchugakam, basically this is a woman or a man calls her little kid. They say mandala bchugaka, means my little kid or my little child. Korpa, basically korpa means, as I said, yeah, I explained it. But the example, korpa nazdarakam. Nazdarakam is a nice word. The word is nazdar, but ahka added because it means like the, and me it belongs to. So it belongs to. It's like you say, it's mine. Korpa nazdarakam. This goes back to yourself. Yeah. So my beloved baby. Daughter means kitch, okay? Basically, kitch also can mean girl, okay? Not necessarily daughter, but also can mean girl. So kchajanakam means my beautiful daughter. Kur means son. Kur can also mean boy, okay? Kurakam means my son, okay? Kurum is also means my son. So you can add aka or not as well. You also can say kchim, by the way, okay? You also can say kchim. Okay, kchim warabo era means, oh, my daughter, come here. Okay, brothers and sisters, khushku bra. Brother means bra, but you never call bra, okay? But when you meet a stranger, if you want to be friendly, you can say bra gyan. Gyan we studied before. We said, here I said gyan. It's a nice word to remember. So when I say bra gyan, okay, it's nice. When I meet a stranger, I say bra gyan, or something like that. Kak, for older brother, you use kak. So you can say kakam, means my elder brother, okay? Or basically you can say kaka, then his name, okay? For example, kaka kamo, like my little sister should call me kaka kamo. Kaka is polite word. Khushuk means sister. But if you call your, like you can say brakam, Okay, you also can say that. Here you can say khushkakam, means my sister. But if you call your older sister, your elder sister, you should say dada, then their name. So dada, someone. Okay, dada, like dada bafrin, for as an example. Brother's wife is called brajen, as we said, jin means wife, bra means brother. So brajen means wife of brother. Jin bra is also means the same thing. Okay, you can use one of them. But when you call your brother's wife or sister-in-law, you don't say jin bra. If you want to call her, you say brajen. Okay, brajen. Sister's husband or brother-in-law is zawa. Zawa means oh my god, I forgot the word in English. If I remember that, I'll put it in description. But anyway, zawa, you can call her zawa, or you can call her merdi khushk. But it's different from a family, a person to a person. It depends. Okay, you not exactly say that. Sister's children is khushkaza, niece and nephew, and brother's children is braza. Okay. All right, let's go. Okay, we have uncle and aunt. Puru mam mukhal. Pur means aunt. Mam means uncle, but from father's side. So brother of father. Khal means uncle, but from mother's side, which means brother of mother. So basically, uncle from father's side, or the brother of your father, you call him mam. But as we talked about it in father and mother, mam is mam. This is long a. Basically, it means uncle. But if you want to call your uncle, you can say mama. Okay. Okay, don't confuse it with English, like saying mama or mom. No, this is just mama. The first one is long a. The second is short. So mama means uncle, hey uncle, or something like that. So you can call him like this, or basically you can say mama plus the name. Okay, and we said, in here in Gyan, we said we can add Gyan. When you call your mom, when you call your uncle, you also can add it. You can say Mama Gyan, or you can say Mama and his name, and say Gyan as well. So, for example, if I be an uncle, which I don't have brother, so I never be Mam. But if someone tell me like Mama Kamo, and they can add Gyan as well, Mama Kamo Gyan, that will be more cute. But they just can't say Mama Kamo. Okay. But I have friends, and in Kurdish, you also, when you call your friends, you can say Mama and then call his name. Like when I have a friend, when he calls me, say, oh, Choni, Mama Kamo, means how are you, Uncle Kamo? It's just something fun, or just an expression. You just can use it like this as well. It's the same right for Khal as well. Like you can say Khala Kamo, Anyway, the uncle from mother's side, or the mother's side, or the brother of mother, it's called Khal. And okay, it's called Khal. And if you remember in the last lesson, which was the lesson 6, when I talked about animals, we say khal khaloka. We have an animal, you have to definitely check it. And we combine khal khaloka and khal together to make a song. But anyway, I talked about it in the 60th lesson, so please go and watch it. It's a long video, but I believe it's worth watching. Anyway, so uncle from mother's side, it's khal, but if it's not for calling him, khal is just a noun. So, for example, I know khala is also a noun, but khal basically, it's not when you call someone, okay? But for example, uncle from mother's side, here I would say khal. But if I want to call my uncle, I would say khala. Khala means uncle. When you call him, when you talk to him, you say, "Oh, khala Tony," means "How are you, uncle of my uncle?" You know, something like this. And you also can add his name, khala, and then his name. Okay, khala is his title, and then you can call his name. Okay, you have to add this khala to be respectful, and his name as well. By the way, for khal and mam, you can say kaka and then the name. Okay, you also can use kaka. Basically, actually, kaka is not just used for brother. Actually, kaka is also used for strangers, like someone is older than you as well. Um, yeah. So then we have and. Ends from mother or father's side, father's or mother's side is the same. Okay. But in ankles are different, but in ends are the same. Okay. We have pur. Pur basically means ends, but when you want to call, for example, if you say she is my aunt, you would say oh puri mina. Here, don't care about the e, but pur. Look how we used pur. Okay, we don't call her. We don't say, "Oh, hi, pur." You know, we don't say it this way. But pur, oh, puri mina means she is my aunt. Okay. But if I say Choni, you have to check the first lesson to understand what is Choni. Choni means hi. So Choni pure means hi and okay. So basically, if you want to call your ants pur, you have to say pura. Pura. But actually, it is a little bit weird. You just say pura. Okay, we don't use it. We don't use actually this word. Let me just delete it. Oh my god. Let me just erase it because we don't use it this way. But when you say pura, you have to say her name as well. Okay, you have to say her name as well, like pura and a name. Okay, pura and a name. There is another way. You also can call her. You also can call her pure. Okay, you also can call her pure. But at that time, when you say pure, you don't say her name. Okay, you don't say her name. Okay, our last slide is uncle's wife is called mamojin. If you see, it's combination of mam and jin. Okay, jin, we said it means wife or it means wife or woman. Mam, it's obvious, we learned it here, means ankle, and o, and it's became one word. Okay, mamojin, mamojin, mamojin means uncle's wife. When you call your uncle's wife, you just can't say mamojin. Okay, you just can't say mamojin. That's it. But if you didn't want to call her that way, you also can call her dada and her name. You also can do that. Okay. Or basically, you can say her name, but at khan at the end. Basically, we use khan for girls at the end of the names. It's a respect word, to respect someone's older than you, or just someone it's not older than you, but you want to be respectful with her, or she's a stranger. You use khan, okay? But definitely not with your friends. So when I call my female friends, I don't call them khan at all. But for a classmate in my class, or someone I don't have a good relation with, I would say khan after their names. Okay? Or in my family, for someone who's older than me. Like, for example, I have one of my uncle's wife, I call her name, then khan. But for some other of my, uncle's wife, I say dada, then I call their name. I never use amojin, but there are mamojin, but there are many people who use it, and sometimes I use it as well, to look like, as a funny term to call her because I never used it. So when I use it, it's a little bit weird, you know. Anyway, then we have uncle's wife, خالوجن. But you know, here is clear. ماموجن is for the wife of mam or uncle. خالوجن is for the wife of uncle. But again, you can use dada, the same concept, or name and khan for her as well. Then we have uncle's children is called amoza. Amoza means the uncle's children. When you call your amozas, you just can use this, or you can use kaka or dada as well. Okay, with my older cousins, I use kak. I use kak or dada. Okay, according if they are female or male. Then aunt's children is purza. Okay, so basically uncle's children is cousin, amoza. Khaloza is also cousin, but in Kurdish they are different. Like if they are from like amoza is from father's brother side, and khaloza is from mother's brother's side. Purza is from aunt, and from father's or mother, it doesn't make any difference. And children of cousin is amozaza. Okay. So yeah, I think that's all for today. I hope I can upload a lesson a week. I mean, once a week I upload a lesson. I hope so. So till the next time, bye bye. And if you have a suggestion or critics or anything, you can leave in the comments, and I will be thankful if you like the video and share it. Bye bye till next time.